திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். நம பார்வதி பதையே. ஹர ஹர மகாதேவா. சிட்சபீசா சிவசிதம்பரம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். திருக்கயிலாய பரம்பரை மெய்கண்ட சந்தானம் திருவாவடுதுறை ஆதீனம் ஸ்ரீலஸ்ரீ 24வது குருமகா சந்நிதானம் அவர்களின் அருளானையின் வண்ணம் மார்கழி மாதம் 6ஆம் நாள் எந்தை ஸ்ரீ மாணிக்கவாசக பெருமான் அருளிச் செய்த திருப்பள்ளியெழுச்சியிலிருந்து 6ஆம் பாடல் விண்ணப்பம். பப்பர வீட்டிருந்து புணரும் நில்நடியார் பந்தனை வந்தருத்தார் அவர் பலரும் மைப்பொரு கள்ளியர் மானுடத்தியல்பில் வணங்குகின்றார் அணங்கில் மணவாள செப்பொரு கமலங்கள் மலரும் தழ்வயல் சூழ் திருப்பெரும் தூரை ஊரை சிவ பெருமானி இப்பிறப்பு அருத்தமை ஆழ்டருள் பூரியும் எம்பெருமான் பள்ளி எழுந்து அருளாயே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.
சிவா திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். நம பார்வதி பதையே. ஹரஹர மகாதேவா. தென்னாடுடைய சிவனை போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். I take pleasure in worshipping the golden feet of Shri Guru Maha Sannidhanam, who holds the 24th Guruvida of Thirukkayilaya Parambarai, Meykanda Santhaanam, Thiruaavaduthirai Adheenam, with the grace of Sri Gnanama Nadaraja Perumal, Aatheena Guru Mudalva Sri Namashivayamurthigal, and Aatheena Kuladevam Srimat Madhava Sivanyana Yogigal, with my mind, speech, and body. On the 6th day of the Dhanur month reflection on Saivism, divine grace and the grace of Guru have brought us together to reflect on the explanation of the 6th verse of Thiruppalliyeluchi, composed by Sri Manikavasagar. Placing our humble request at the holy feet of our Adheenam Kulam Guru Mudalvar, Sri Namashivayamurthigal, that we may be granted the grace to understand things as it is and to articulate that understanding accurately. Let's begin our discussion today. Verse number 6. பப்பர வீட்டிருந்து உணரும் நின்னடியார் பந்தனை வந்தறுத்தார் அவர் பலரும் மைப்பொரு கன்னியர் மானுடத்தியல்பின் வணங்குகின்றார் அணங்கின் மணவாளா செப்புரு கமலங்கள் மலரும் தன் வயல் சூழ் திருப்பெரும் துறையுரை சிவபெருமானே இப்பிறப்பருத்தமை ஆண்டொருள் புரியும் எம்பெருமான் பள்ளி எழுந்தருளாயே. This is the verse. In the first line of the verse, Sri Manikavasagar says, பப்பர வீட்டிருந்துணரும் நின் அடியார் பந்தனை வந்தறுத்தார் அவர் பலரும். Here, பப்பர means anxiety and bandhan reflects to the bonds of Anavam, Kanmam and Maye. First line says, many Sivayanis free from worldly anxieties and attachments meditate on you alone, and many others who have attained spiritual maturity have come to this land of karma to remove the bonds of their Anavam, Kanmam and Maye. Next line, மைப்பொரு கன்னியர் மானுடத்தியல்பின் வணங்குகின்றார். They come and worship in high esteem in the manner of young girls with eyes adorned with dark caul. Anangin Manavala, Anang means goddess Uma. Manavalan means husband. Oh, husband of Uma. Seppuru Kamalangal Malaruntan Vayal Sool, surrounded by cool fields where beautiful lotuses bloom. Thirupperumthurai Sivaberumane, O Lord, who resides in Thirupperumthurai. இப்பிறப்பு அறுத்து எமை ஆண்டருள் புரியும் எம்பெருமான் பள்ளி எழுந்தருளாயே. Please awaken from your slumber and bestow your grace upon us, savoring the cycle of birth and death and accepting us as your servants. In this holy verse, Sri Manikavasagar has described the devotees who worship Lord Shiva residing in Thiruppalliyeluchi in two categories. First category, who have attained Siva wisdom free from worldly anxieties and attachments. Second category, who have attained spiritual maturity, who come to this land of karma to remove their bonds. How do they worship? They worship in the manner of young girls with dark, coal-lined eyes. They worship him in which form? They worship the Lord as the husband of goddess Uma. Why do they worship? They worship so that the Lord may awaken and grant them salvation, serving the cycle of illusion births and this present life. Shall we think a little more deeply? First, பப்பர வீட்டிருந்து உணரும் அடியார் பலரும். பப்பர means free from restlessness, free from anxiety. When there is restlessness and anxiety, we cannot deeply scrutinize, understand, and realize the truth that divine grace reveals to us, isn't it? We praise and glorify God, who is the representation of peace, who grants the state of supreme bliss without any disturbance or anxiety, saying, Vegam keduthaanda venga nadi velga. So Sivanyanis who, without restlessness and anxiety, attain the state of supreme bliss through meditation on the divine feet of free from bondage. Bondage means binding. The Anava Malam that has bound us since timeless time, the Maya Malam given for experiencing the fruits of karma, and the Karma Malam consisting of actions are all enclosed by the gentle term bondage. For people, for devotees who remain detached and experience the truth, the bonds of Karma Malam and Maya Malam, as well as the Vasana Malam of Anavam, will cease to exist. For those who have attained spiritual absorption and are in the state of supreme bliss, there is no longer any need to sever the bonds of bondage again. Then who has that necessity? Who has that necessity? Pandhanai vandarutthar avar palarum. He who severed the bond of attachment. Mahavidwan Dandabani Desikar says that the phrase, he who served the bonds of attachment, should be interpreted as, he came and served the bonds of attachment. He came and served the bonds of attachment. Those who were born in the land of enjoyment due to the merit of their moral deeds, being unable to attain liberation from rebirth, return to this land of karma and perform penance such as Sariya, Kiriya, Yogam and Jnanam, and through the grace of Lord Shiva, attain divine knowledge and sever the bonds of attachment. Thus, the enlightened sages who have transcended worldly attachments and the celestial beings and devas who have come here from the land of enjoyment and severed their bonds. Worship Lord Shiva residing in Thiruppalliyeluchi in the manner of human young girls with captivating eyes adorned with dark gold. What does it mean? What does it mean? It indicates the noble character of the woman. What is this worship of woman with noble character? Inherent in human nature. Humanity is inherently capable of realizing at all times that there is a supreme being. It possesses the wisdom to understand this and become slavish to the supreme being. After the experience of slavery matures, it attains the distinction of engaging in intimate communication through the path of Sanmarga. When that experience reaches its pinnacle, it acquires divine knowledge and becomes one with the divine, like a lover and the beloved, in a state of exclusive union. So, in human birth, they worship by preserving themselves as a woman, and Shiva as the Guru. As the Manikavasagar states, the woman with coal-lined eyes, in humanity worship according to their nature. This indicates that they are following the path of Sanmarga. It is so that souls may attain salvation by worshipping him in the state of lover and beloved, that Lord Shiva has manifested himself in Thiruppalliyeluchi as the spouse of the goddess. The Lord has no form without his spouse Uma, who is his divine energy. So he assumes his divine form only in union with Uma. The grace of Lord Shiva itself is divine energy, isn't it? Lord Shiva has two states. One is general state and the other is special state. In the special state, where Shiva encloses the power of the 5 cosmic functions and exists as pure consciousness, without focusing on external objects, Sakti remains inherent within Shiva and is subject to his will. In the general state, where he manifests as the universe, both distinct from form and inseparable from it, Shiva is subject to the will of Sakti. Sri Manikavasagar has prized and wondered at the boundless compassion of the Lord, who is both Sakti and Shiva, and who has graciously manifested himself in Thiruppalliyeluchi so that souls may easily worship him and attain salvation, addressing him as Thiruppalliyeluchi Sivaberumani. Why Thiruppalliyeluchi? Why Thiruppalliyeluchi? Seppuru Kamalangal Malarum Than Vayal Sool Thiruppalliyeluchi. It is Thiruppalliyeluchi surrounded by cool fields where beautiful reddish colored lotuses bloom. Seppu means reddish color. Seppuru Kamalangal means red color lotuses. What does this signify? It refers to Jnana Puja, where the lotus of the body, which arises from the tuber of Maya in the mud of karma within the pond of Anavam, is made to bloom, and the Shiva, who transcends all Tattva, is worshipped within that lotus of the heart. As a result of the Jnana Puja performed by the Sivayanis, who have transcended both the knowledge of the soul and the knowledge of the world, the heart lotus of the Sivayanis turns red. This is symbolized by the red color lotuses blooming everywhere in the field of Thiruppalliyeluchi, presenting a divine spectacle. The blooming of the red lotus signifies the state where Shiva, of his own accord, contains a Sakti within himself, and also the state of grace, where he performs the 5 functions while remaining within Sakti. It represents the experimental state in the heart of the Sivayani, who has realized and worshipped this truth where both Sakti and Shiva are present. Next, the 4th line of the verse, Sri Manikavasagar says, Ippirapparuthamai Aandarul Puriyum Emperumaan Palli Elundarulaye. O Lord, who will end this cycle of births and rule over us with your grace, please awaken from your slumber. He says that he is suffering, caught in the endless cycle of repeated births. He requests with the Lord, who has come as his Guru and bestowed upon him this unique grace to end this cycle of births with his very life and grant him salvation, for that awaken from his slumber. In this holy verse, the purification of the Trodhan is achieved because Sivayanis, Vishnu, and many other devas worshipped in the manner of human beings with loving devotion, thereby removing their Trodhan, and because it is revealed that divine grace was bestowed upon them, taking them under his dominance. Thus, many Sivayanis, who are the symbol of peace, remaining still and undisturbed in a state of supreme bliss, and many others who, due to the merit of their upright deeds, ascended to the higher worlds to experience the fruits of their karma and thereby eliminate the disease of rebirth, but failing to do so, were born again in the earth of karma to break free from bondage and attain salvation. And many more who Like a woman separated from their lovers in their human nature, stands as Sanmarkam and offer their worship. Therefore, Lord Shiva, awaken from your slumber. With these words, Sri Manikavasagar concludes the 6th verses of Thiruppalliyeluchi with a prayer that he may bestow such a divine glance and remove the disease of rebirth with his very life we have taken. I place this supplication at the holy feet of Shri Guru Maha Sannidhanam and conclude the 6th verses of Thiruppalliyeluchi. We'll meet again tomorrow with the 7th verse. Sivathiru.